Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge EOS Semi-Flush / Pendant. This is the 131062. Very pretty fixture, beautiful glass on this. You can also get matching sconces, so check those out too in our interior sconce place. So the idea of a semi-flush / pendant is you're going to have this great range on this using these pipes, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But let's get into the size of the fixture body itself, and that's going to be independent of those pipes that it's hanging from. It's going to be 8.7 inches high, and the diameter on this is going to be 11.6. The range I'm talking about is going to be measured from the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling itself, and using these pipes you're going to have a range of 14.4 at its shortest all the way to 44.4 at its longest. If you need this to be longer than 44.4, drop me a quick email. Tell me what you're looking for. So say you're looking at a 131062, you need it to be 72 inches overall height, 84, 112. I'll take that email. I'm going to send it through Hubbardton Forge's customs department. We'll come back with an answer, how we can help you. It'll add a little time and money, but we do customs every day, so don't be afraid to ask, okay? So let's talk about the pipe idea, and it's going to be using the system of these interconnected pipes. So there's threading on both ends. On the inside of these pipes, you're going to be getting 2 of the 12s, 1 of the 6, and 1 of the 3. And then what you put them together with are these connectors, which are threaded on the end as well. And how you're going to put these all together is you're going to put 2 fluffy towels end to end on a counter or a table. You're going to take the part that has the socket and you're going to put that at one end. You're going to lay out the pipes that you have predetermined, the ones you need to get to the length that you need, on that towel. And then at the very end of this, you're going to have the canopy part. And you're just going to feed those wires through all those parts. When you're done, all you're going to do is kind of just screw them together. It's going to take you just a minute, or maybe even less than a minute. So check this out. So just screw them together like that. Almost no seam. It's incredibly clean. It's a nice clean look. So like I said, you're going to have that 14.4 to 44.4. At the top of this, you're going to have a canopy. Canopy is going to be 5 inches around. It's going to go over your 4-inch junction box. To show you more information about all of this, let's look at the installations instructions. If you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. That's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you how to put together, but we just talked about that. It's also going to show you more details on the canopy, the bracket inside. It's also slope ceiling adaptable already to 45 degrees. There's a knuckle built into the top of this that allows it to bend just like that. So we cover you if you have a cathedral ceiling. Another thing I wanted to talk about, so the glass doesn't go on until the very end after you have the whole thing up. So when you're assembling this, put the glass aside for now and then put that on at the very end of the story. We'll touch on the glass really quick. It's using Hubbardton Forge's beautiful, it's almost like a teardrop, like a drop of water, hand-blown glass. You'll notice the bottom of it's a little thicker than the top, but it's a very thick glass and allows that light to come down and just kind of puddle on the bottom and go through it. Really, really pretty. Crystal clear, too. All Hubbardton Forge's glass is pretty amazing, and I love when they use these really beautiful hand-blown pieces. Now let's talk about what's going on inside of this, and it's going to be using a Hubbardton Forge's porcelain socket. That's going to be a medium base, so that's the larger of the two. It says Type B, and a lot of people think that a Type B bulb is going to be this smaller screw-in socket, but the Type B is really the shape of the bulb itself. So we know it's going to be a medium base, right? And then you can go up to 60 watts if you want to go for incandescent. And you can put in a variety of bulbs. So I would expect you to do one of these two. So it's going to be either a flame tip or a torpedo for the most part. You might be able to get one of these in there too. This is a T10, but I don't know if this is going to fit all the way into the bottom of the glass. But these are for sure going to be a great way to go. Like I said, 60 watt max for incandescent. If you want to go LED, do whatever you like. And this is an LED version. And these come frosted and they come clear, but remember, it's a clear glass, so you're going to be able to see your bulb. So you want to put in something that's kind of pretty. It's also a dimmable fixture, so make sure you buy a dimmable bulb, especially on this fixture, so you can dim it down. You can make it almost look like candlelight in the end. I talk about the color of light all the time. You can get these at any hardware store. You might even be able to find them at your grocery store or a CVS or something like that. But like an Ace Hardware, super simple. If you're in the middle of nowhere, like me, in the middle of Vermont, you might go online and to Amazon or 1001 Bulbs or JustBulbs.com, any of those places. And there's no limit when you get into these. This is probably a 6 watt, maybe an 8 watt bulb. you'll notice the 60 watts just for the incandescent heat generated by an incandescent bulb. But when you get into LEDs, they barely generate any heat and they use very little electricity. It's really going to be about the equivalent wattage. Most of these that I found out there are going to be a 60 watt equivalent, very important, and that's probably what this is. But even more important than that is going to be the color of the light coming out of it. And I talk about that in every video with LEDs. 2700 Kelvin, super yellow light. 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 Kelvin, which is called daylight. That's going to be a cold hospital waiting room light, like an office building. Not sure if you want that in here. In the middle of all that is going to be called warm white, and that's going to be 3,000 Kelvin. And 3,000 Kelvin is the light that I have coming down on my hands right now. That's what we use all over our showroom. And that mimics the light that we all grew up with, that nice, warm, incandescent. So when you're looking for a bulb for this, you want to find, it's going to be a medium base. It might even be called an E26 base. That's another thing that they call for this bigger one, bigger size. Type B, 60 watt equivalent, 3,000 Kelvin, dimmable, and you should be good to go. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I can walk you through the whole thing, okay? So, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.